Hi, I'm Steve Saylor. I have the Steam Deck, and I'm gonna unbox it. Yeah! Hi, I'm Steve Saylor. I'm blind, and if you're wondering how I'm able to play video games if I'm blind, if you take a look at the video here, if the video's not there, click the link in the description below to see exactly what I see when I'm playing video games. So yes, I have the box here of my Steam Deck. Thank you to John Scars, who was able to kind of give me his place in line to get the Steam Deck, and I really appreciate that a lot. That's how I was able to kind of get my hands on it. So let's unbox this and take a look at what is inside. Ooh, I like that. I thought there actually was like a separate box inside this one. I didn't think it was gonna be the same box. Wow. Wait, okay. It says like a bunch of stuff. It says like on the subway, on a Ferris wheel, on the moon. There's a lot. Okay, cool. Attention. What does this say? Plug in, power on, and then that's the stuff. Oh well. Yep, the power cable. A non-detachable power brick, so this is pretty much how you're gonna have to charge it. And it is USB-C cable. And I think the cable, I don't know, the cable length is, I mean, it's pretty decent. Yeah. About 2 arms length. I don't know what that means. Let's grab this guy. So I wanted to actually get the 256 gig version, which is thankfully what my friend John had reserved. So it is the one that I wanted, and that actually comes with a carrying case, which I'm really excited for, because that was one of the things I really wanted with it. So that's why. And then also I think with the better screen, I know that I think with the 512 you get like an anti-glare, which is going to be something I'm going to take a look at as far as accessibility wise, whether or not the kind of the default screen is needed compared to sort of the anti-glare. So it'll be very interesting to kind of test that out. So your games are going places. Designed by Valve Corporation. Contents: a video game machine and a case. Well, that's cool. Wait. Okay, so it has a handle on the top. It also has a thing on the back. Handle on the back. I don't know what the heck that's for. I'll have to take a look at what this is supposed to be for. I would assume to be able to put like the power brick. Ooh, that's probably it then. Yeah, probably be able to put the power brick and it doesn't fall out. That's probably it. Okay. And then, oh, there's a key thingy? There's a key lock. How in the heck do I open this? What in the world? How does this thing work? This is not accessible.
1 hour later.
Do I just cut the plastic thingy? I need to look this up. Hold on.
2 hours later.
Twin zippers have interlocking holes that would simply accommodate a baggage lock. It's not going to cease or should you? There is literally nothing on. What? There's quite literally nothing on this thing.
3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
This is dangerous. I have like a pretty sharp knife, and I don't know how much pressure. Oh.
Listen to that, Gary. Squidward finally made the box work after all. That is so great.
Finally? Okay, so let's take a look at finally what's inside. Okay, we're both gonna look at the same time together. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Okay, so what do we got? Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. Like a little sort of like fabric tag to kind of like help you lift it up, lift the Steam Deck up. So that's pretty cool. Let's take a look at the Steam Deck. Oh, heck yes. But dang. It's actually surprisingly lighter than I thought. Actually, you know what? I have a Nintendo Switch. Okay, so I've got a Nintendo Switch. Size comparison wise, it definitely is much wider and obviously much thicker, but roughly about the same height, almost. It's a little bit taller. So it definitely is much bigger than the Nintendo Switch. And honestly, hold on. This is the Nintendo Switch OLED edition. And you know what? Honestly, the biggest worry that I had with the Steam Deck, with the size and kind of looking at the weight of this, that it was going to be heavier than the Nintendo Switch. Honestly, now holding it in my hands, it's not that much heavier than the OLED Switch. With both Joy-Cons attached, honestly, it's actually surprisingly lighter in my hands than I expected this to be. The shoulder and trigger buttons feel pretty good. I think there's a little bit more extra travel for the shoulder buttons than I kind of thought, but it's doable. The face buttons are small, and I'd say actually, you know what, in comparison to the Nintendo Switch buttons, they're roughly only just a little bit bigger than the Switch buttons for the face. And then the D-pad is feeling pretty good. Let's feel it with the joysticks feel great, but I do feel like there is like a slippery surface on the top that my thumb kind of keeps going, like slipping on. So I wonder if maybe that'll just kind of get a little bit more friction. There's a little more friction over time. The fact that there are back pedals on here is something I'm really interested to try out, because I generally use the back pedals on my Elite 2 controller for Xbox. So being able to use that quite a bit is great. I do notice that while your fingers kind of rest comfortably on the back pedals, you have to push significantly to be able to get them to register a click. Like it's a little bit extra. So I'm going to definitely test that out, because generally when I use the back buttons, they're usually mapped to the L3 and R3, so I don't have to push down on the thumbsticks. But I'm wondering if maybe it might be easier just to be able to use the thumbsticks, because right now there's a lot of resistance with the being able to push the 2 or the 4 back pedals. The mouse pad there's some cool friction there. For me, what I'm really curious about is the screen, mainly because the bigger the screen for me personally, the better. And the reason why I want to be able to check this out is definitely for playing like PC games, and how well they can be translated to a smaller screen, especially with the use of xCloud, or at least cloud gaming. It's going to be kind of a much bigger thing. And I have a feeling that because we're going to be seeing more games that are going to be optimized for the Steam Deck, or at least for mobile gaming, either on your phone or on a Nintendo Switch, the fact that there's now more multiple devices being able to play games in your hands, we're gonna have to see developers push for more adaptable screen sizes, so that a lot of text can be seen properly on, whether you're on a small 7-inch screen or on a big 55 whatever inch screen that you have on a TV or monitor. So that's gonna be something that I'm gonna be very curious to sort of see how this looks. I do note that there is a zoom function that was added into the Steam OS, so I'm really curious to see how that works. I know that that's what they had as a workaround for the small text in a lot of games, so be curious to see how that looks for accessibility for sure when I do this, when I do the review. So far on look and hold of this, it feels pretty good in the hand. It feels pretty sturdy. I don't feel like I'm gonna break this at any given point, or any of the buttons, as it were. I do think that for mobile disabilities, this is probably going to be a very hard device to be able to use. If you're looking for a portable computer that you can be able to plug in a mouse and keyboard, that might potentially be an option for you. But it kind of does eliminate a little bit of the use of the fact that it is designed to be held in your hands. So unfortunately for accessibility for motor disabilities, this is going to be a little bit more of a difficult sell for accessibility wise for the Steam Deck. But that being said, all right, let's see. Can I turn this on? Is there enough power on here? Do I turn this on, or do I have to plug this in? Okay, apparently all I needed to do was actually just literally plug it in, and it started up with actually pretty much like 75% charge. So I'm going to go through the setup process. Okay, it's logging me in. Welcome to Steam Deck. Before you start playing, let's take a quick tour of the device. Press any button or tap the screen to continue. So I would say, in comparison to the Nintendo Switch, the brightness it looks to be kind of relatively comparable. I will say with the OLED screen, it kind of does give the Nintendo Switch OLED a much better advantage in comparison to this is not an OLED screen for the Steam Deck, but roughly it's a kind of roughly about the same size ish. Yeah, it's roughly about the same size. There is a bit more bezels than there is on the OLED Switch. So I'm really curious to kind of see how that works. All right, so now I'm going to dive into some of the games that I have. I'm going to try out a bunch of different other games and look in the settings. I'm going to try to be able to do a proper accessibility review of the Steam Deck. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments down below, and I'll try to be able to get to it in my proper Steam Deck accessibility review. That'll be coming very soon. So make sure that you subscribe to this channel and hit the bell notification icon so you can be notified when that video comes out. Thank you so much for watching. And all right, I'm gonna go play some Steam games now. Okay, bye. I don't know what to play.